Sukkot. Sukkot is celebrated on Tet Vav in Tishrei, the month of Tishrei. Okay, and it's going to be the 28th of this month. It's the first day of Sukkot. Tet Vav. Okay, Tet Vav, which equals 15th day of Tishrei, the month of Tishrei. This is a sukkah, and this is the schach, the roof of the sukkah. This is the dafna of the sukkah, the wall of the sukkah. And sukkah must have at least 3 walls. 1, 2, 3. What do we do in the sukkah? We eat, and some people sleep in the sukkah for 7 days. Why do we celebrate Sukkot? Because during Sukkot, we remember when God freed us from slavery in Egypt. After our ancestors left Egypt, they wandered for 40 years in the desert before they reached the promised land of Israel. Along their way, during these 40 years, they built temporary homes out of dry palms and branches. To remind us of their journey and these temporary homes, and of how our ancestors relied on God to help them on Sukkot, we live for 7 days in huts made from branches and palms. Sukkot was also an autumn harvest festival, celebrated at the time when the Jewish people gathered the crops from the fields and the fruits of the orchards. But there is another reason the rabbis say we need to sit in the sukkah. So when the Israelites came out of Egypt, God sent clouds that were protecting them and watching over them by night. And you can see those clouds right here. Let me get my pointer. Okay, so you can see some clouds here, and the people are sleeping. And those clouds are protecting them from all the sides, all the way around. And a fire would lead them at night and light their way as well. Here in the picture, we see the tabernacle and all the people of Israel all the way around the tabernacle. Okay, and then the fire and the clouds are right here. We call them the clouds of glory. Ananei HaKavod. Okay, so here the word kavod means glory, okay? But the Hebrew translation for the word kavod means respect. And we also know that from our code of kavod, our code of respect in the school. Okay, it's the same word, kavod. Kavod means respect. Here we see the Arbat Aminim, the 4 species of Sukkot, the 4 plants or fruits that we use for Sukkot. We have the Hadas. Let me get my pointer. Okay, so this is Hadas, the myrtle branches, and they symbolize the eyes because they look like little eyes. And we have the Arava. Okay, so this is the Arava, the willow branch, willow leaves, that symbolizes the mouth. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we have Arava, a willow tree, right in our playground. If you go to the playground, you'll see a willow tree. We also have the lulav, zelulav. This is the lulav. Okay, it's a date palm branch, and it symbolizes the human spine. This is your spine. That's, you see the red one? We all have it. It's the spine. And etrog, it's a citrus fruit, and it symbolizes the heart. The heart. Put together, the four species, the hadas, lulav, and arava, we call this whole thing lulav. Even though this is the lulav, when we put them all together, we also call them the lulav. Okay, and we hold them together with the etrog in one hand and the lulav in the other hand, and we shake it. We shake it in 6 directions, and we bring it every time back to our heart. And what does it mean when we do that? So it is explained that when we shake the lulav and etrog south, it's for kindness, north for discipline, east for harmony, up for preservance, down for submission, west for connection, our connection with God, with the community, and our spiritual connection. And then we bring the 4 species towards the heart for communication, okay? Because when we talk, we wanna speak from the heart. We wanna do everything from the heart. We pray from the heart, and we're kind from the heart. So I want you to have that, keep that in mind. Communication, not only in speaking well and nice and be able to communicate to other people what we feel or what we want to feel or don't want to feel. It's also our communication with ourselves, with our spiritual world, as well as the regular world, the real world, the outside world. All right? That will be it. The end. So, and all I want to wish you for this Sukkot, for you and your family, that you have a spiritual and happy experience this holiday.